Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, YouTube? What's up, haters? What's up, world? You know what it do. Part twice, never nice. I'm gonna need you to hit the like button for me. Real short and simple to the point. You know where I stand in this boxing game. As far as who I like, and that's just who I like. Right? You got a big fight coming up, whether you like it or not. Ryan Garcia versus, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is supposed to bring numbers to the fight, just like he did Gervonta Davis. And you got people out here hoping that he doesn't bring numbers to the fight like he did with Tank Davis. Shout out to the Tank Davis crew. Y'all getting ready for the big fight with Frank Martin. But with this Ryan Garcia fight, as y'all all know, and there's no recollection on my part of forgetting that I always been on the status of Ryan Garcia is just a YouTube boxer and not really worthy of, the status that you guys are giving him. He is an entertainer, good for boxing. I give him that only. He will get hurt and will get stopped by Devin Haney. I said it. I say it again, just so you think that I'm not bullshitting. He will get stopped by Devin Haney. Marinate. You heard me. And that's what I mean. And that's just my opinion. He will get stopped this fight. If he don't get stopped, he's going to get hurt bad. Devin Haney is trying to get him a KO. I don't think that's a military secret. You Negroes still calling him pillow-fisted. I think he tired of that. I would be. I think he turns it up this fight and try to show you guys what it really is that he been working on, which is his power. Hold up. Yeah, he working on his power, y'all, so you can just get ready for that. You see how he dropped Regis? Regis is tough. And I like Regis, man, but I knew he wasn't going to be able to do nothing with no Devin Haney. And that's why I asked him to show on Hardcore Boxing News. I asked him specifically about what do you think about Devin Haney's power? And him working with, Victor Conte and Snack. And he was very concerned about that. He was very concerned because he emphasized greatly about no one can just increase power. Remember? No one can just, and if it does, then it's something up. But we're not saying Devin on no dirty snack, right? Not me. I think Devin been a great boxer. But those are concerns of people that don't want to fight him because they know he is a great boxer, right? Cool. So, it's my thing. 140 is a great division now. It used to be 135. So, if anybody goes to 140, who's the king of 140, brother? Who's selling pay-per-views at 140? Brother, Devin Haney, brother. He knew. That's the only place his son was going to be able to get money because, brother, Tank ain't trying to fight no Devin Haney. Tank's in the contracts. Tank's in all the contracts. If you want anything to go as far as fighting Tank, he gonna let you know. That's what Leonard Ellerby said. Tank's in the contract. Straight up. So with that being said, Tank don't go up to 140 and don't fight Devin. All y'all on the Pitbull Cruise train, I don't know why. Rolly ain't nothing. Rolly ain't never been nothing, just like Ryan Garcia ain't never really been nothing. Ryan Garcia will beat Rolly though, because he has at least boxing IQ. Rolly ain't got no motherfucking boxing IQ. Debate me. You can hate me, but debate me. When you gotta argue, but debate me. What the fuck? Why did he leave Bullet? You did worse. At least when you fought Tank, you gave some competition. You had no competition against Pitbull. It was very, very easy. Yeah, Pitbull made you look very, very easy. And now you got all these dick riders thinking that Pitbull Cruz is a motherfucking killer. Boy, if a motherfucker ever put him in front of Shakur, you see why Pitbull ducked that boy? And what they said, he was just gonna be like chasing a cat and a mouse. It's like a cat chasing a mouse. Yeah, of course you're gonna say that. That's what all the racists say back in the days. But now you got black pipe fans saying that Shakur gonna run too, using the same talking points as these rednecks and these Migos used to use back in the day. See, the Migos didn't use it to duck fight because they couldn't duck fights with the niggas. The Migos used that excuse back in the day because that was their excuse for why they lost. White folks used that excuse back in the days for both. Why they lost and for a reason not to give them a fight. Straight up. Debate me. You can hate me, but debate me. And we'll pull up records and issues about this in the boxing world. It's not me. This shit been going on before I was born, before my daddy was born, and before his daddy was born. You know, ain't nothing changed but the characters. Nothing changed in boxing but characters and the toughness. And the boxers ain't as tough as they used to be. Certain said boxers are. Very few. They dying out. Hey man, I got tattoos all over my body. Pause. Because it's 2024. Even I say some shit that's true. It's still considered, you know, I don't know, it's crazy. But I have tattoos all over my body, right? And I'm a walking hieroglyphic. Young niggas don't know how to read in cursive because they stopped teaching cursive in school. So shit changed, bro. Shit has changed for the worse, not for the better. And when I say that, I mean because it's always been about money, right? But now, that is the excuse, primarily for A-side fighters. And that's an issue because we have some A-side fighters that'll bend and break and negotiate. But when you have those certain said A-side fighters that don't bend and don't break nor negotiate, you get a Winky Wright, Floyd Mayweather situation. You get a Charlie Burley, Sugar Ray Robinson situation. You get a Ezra Charles, Sugar Ray Robinson situation. You even get a Coco Kid, Sugar Ray Robinson situation. You get a whole black murderers row versus Sugar Ray type situation. The question is, can you blame Sugar Ray? Killers know killers. Robbers know robbers. Junkies know junkies. And I know you. Negroes, that is. And I know we are fair weathered. Here one day, blow with the wind, gone that way. New trend here, okay, there it goes. Never stick to the script. The mind state of the black African American is destroyed. We hate each other, we love the other. You Negroes that make videos about Devin Haney not making a living and hoping and crossing your nuts by crossing my nuts mean like, man, that nigga ain't gonna sell number probably about 100,000 pay-per-views. How the fuck you know that's what you wanted to sell and that's what you think it's gonna sell because of what you think about him as a man and a boxer and his status in life. When in the same mirror, you're going to work and you don't have the fame and you need the attention like he is getting because you are talking about Devin. Devin is doing everything that is in boxing that is right. Nothing he is doing is wrong. Devin is going by the old school code of calling fighters out and going by the old school code of collecting belts and going by the old school code of an orthodox boxer and going through the old school code of trying to build his name and going through the old school code of sticking with his team, his father, which you may not like, but it doesn't matter in the ring. And like I said, boxing is a business, but originally it was a sport. Something someone saw and said, hey, I can make some money off of these guys. Hey, nigga, come over here and fight or I'll kill you or sell your family off. To a point where we have Negroes thinking there's a such thing as doppelgangers, when actuality, that's probably your relative. You ever look back in your family albums, your old grandmama showed you a picture that looked just like your mother, but she was a great-great-great-grandmother? It's no coincidence. We are separated for a reason. Domination. On one note, you encourage segregation. On another note, you hate segregation. Which one is it? Because when you're for your people, you're for your people. But when you can't get your hands in the pot, you want your people in there with the other peoples. So you Negroes that know that the money ain't with your people, go to the other people and say, fuck your people, and don't try to bring your people to get the money. So what you do? You do the old school code of fighting the Mexicans and the white boys, and you beat them up and duck the Negroes. Because they on the same level as you, or maybe better, and you know this. They know this. As a man, you know threat levels. And if you don't recognize threat levels as a man, something is wrong with you. The reason that Abdul Wahid said what he said is because he knows he will have to change his style against Shakur and Devin. He said it himself. He got to change the way he fights. He got to come get him. He got to go at him, as he says. Shakur says he changed his style in sparring. He said he'll never put him in second. He'll always put him in first. And when he did that, instead of trying to knock Shakur out, he started trying to box, real defensive. So when you make a man change his style in sparring, you know what's going to happen in the ring, because now he knows he can't knock you out. So what does the people on the sideline say? Damn, they see it too. Tank feels it, they see it. Coach Calvin, Coach Kenny, they seen it. They was seeing it. Close hand, first range. And that is the reason that Coach Calvin said that anybody Shakur spars, he beats. He sparred Devin, he sparred Shakur, he sparred Tank, he sparred a lot of these guys. Coach Calvin has a great eye for boxing. He's been around it and coached the greatest and been around the greatest. Floyd, Senior, Roger, God bless the dead. These people, and soaked up their game, and with his game, with martial arts, just like Bozy Ennis, is a great coach, and he knows what he's talking about. But he's loose. He likes to give out too much information on his own fighter. And that's all I'm trying to say. Negroes, please understand that we can't hate. A black man cannot hate another black man unless that man did something to him personally. The only people that hate us are people that are different from us. And they hate us for only one reason only. See, if I hate a nigga, it's probably because the nigga probably stole from me, or he robbed me, or shot one of my homies. Some niggas hate other niggas for fucking they bitch. Some niggas hate niggas because they just so fly and they can't be fly. Some niggas hate niggas for different particular reasons, but those others hate us for one particular reason only, and that is the major difference. Because of the color of our skin. Again, because of the color of our skin. Again, they only hate us for one particular reason, and that is the color of our skin. Oh, I'm sorry. And because we are God and the original man. We don't know our truth, but they do. Therefore, they hate us. But we are talking just like them now in 2024. Hey guys, if you're listening, if it's 3024 and this video is still out, how are the Negroes doing now? Are they still separate? Did we have a revolution? Did we come together? Did we figure it out? If I hear another podcast say they don't want to see another man make money on pay-per-view, I will question, what would you say if someone did that to your place of business and wish downfall on you? You can't wish wicked and hope downfall on another brother. I want this fight to sell. I want any fight that these guys fight to sell, because it gives us the inspiration we can make great fights. Okay, he's not a pay-per-view attraction. Boom! Now he's a pay-per-view attraction. Let's make the fight. Instead of crossing your nuts on another brother, why don't you help promote the fight instead of shoot your hate out into the universe wishing it goes the opposite way? Why wouldn't Devin Haney pick Ryan Garcia? He knows he's food. And he made a lot of money with Tank. Why won't I try and give it a shot? Why can't I make money? Why can't I go in there and use him as a punching bag and showcase the things that I've been working on in my training camp, because you guys call me pillow-fisted. I want to prove you guys wrong against a common opponent. Nobody talks about how Tank stole a fighter from Shakur. And now Shakur is about to fight a fighter that Frank Martin fought. And I guarantee you he's going to beat him up bad. Just to show that both of my hands are healthy and this is what the work looks like. And this is the same guy that was losing after round 10 with Frank Martin. And of course, Frank Martin poured it on, but the scorecards, he was down. I'm sorry. I have yet to see Shakur down on the scorecard. Pressure bust pipes. I feel like they picked Frank for a reason, a particular reason, and that's the high guard style. He likes to, give me your best shot. Take it with the high guard. Block it with my arm type of fighter. And that's what Tank's MO is. If you're going to stand there and take it, I'm going to give it. Yeah, he's going to satisfy your soul because he's a black fighter. He's slick, but he's a come-forward fighter. And he's going to get what he's looking for, a great fight. And I hope it goes 12. Just to shut all you, like, it's delusional when I hear people say things, but then I have to check myself. I be like, man, I was the same way with Mike Tyson. Back in my days when Mike Tyson, before he got beat by Buster Douglas, man, I'm telling you, you couldn't go get no popcorn, you couldn't go piss, you couldn't do nothing. Because you knew it was going to be an early night. 1 round knockouts. So a young mind seeing that, not really knowing boxing truly and thoroughly, you know, we like 9, 10 years old watching this guy do this, man. Knocking motherfuckers out. That's all. We didn't know the competition level he was fighting was some trash. We didn't see that. We heard about the stories of him beating niggas' ass on the side of the clubs and all that shit. Mitch Green with his eye swole. We hear about these stories about, you know, Desiree Washington. We like, this nigga's a theater. I can relate to him because my uncles and my cousins are like that. So we praise this man, but he was a come-forward fighter. That was exposed by multiple fighters that are really Hall of Famers, but still exposed. Except Buster, you know. But we gonna hold on to that excuse why he lost that fight. I don't care what nobody say. Any fighter that hangs out with Bobby Brown the night before the fight in another country with multiple prostitutes, drugs, and then goes in the next day and fight a man that lost his mother right before the fight, even though you knocked him down and got a long count, you still was getting your ass beat the whole fight, Tyson. And we know why. And we can also blame Castillo, but any other fight, I can't blame nothing else but the fact that you're a come-forward fighter. You're tough. You can knock a motherfucker out. But Castillo, God bless the dead, never trained you on your back foot. You're a peekaboo. Remember? And these are the things that need to be respected. Because that's not saying he's not great. And I hope he does well on this next fight. I hope it's still on. I hope they're not pulling out. I want to see Tyson fight. Again, because I don't give up on my black legends. He lost, say, okay, cool. Let's fight Holyfield. He lost a couple times. Okay, cool. Let's fight Lennox Lewis. I mean, like, cool. Okay, so what? Give me your best shot. We respect that type of shit. We call them warriors. But in the long run, when they're older, you see the brain damage. You see the wear and tear. So when you see careers like Floyd, you respect the fact that he made a name and switched his style. No more taking chances. Defense. Easy work. The Matrix. And everybody copies his style. Even Devin Haney. You heard Regis. He was on shout out to Hardcore Boxing. He said it. He was like, yo, I've been training with these guys out in Cali. You know, it's easy to find work to spar like Devin. He just fights like Floyd. Everybody tries to fight like Floyd in California. So you can find easy sparring work out here. But it backfired, didn't it? Because Devin is greater than the sparring competition you had in California. Devin has trained with the elites and fought in professional fights against grown men in Mexico, whether you like the competition level or not. So, this is not an average boxer you talking about. And with Ryan Garcia, we all know what's going on with him. Even though he has mental health issues, he is sane enough to get in that ring and protect himself at all times. Let me repeat that. We know Ryan has mental issues. We knew this since Pacquiao. But he is sane enough to train, to make videos, to talk shit, do skits for his millions of followers, and then get inside of a ring and protect himself at all times. So when you get to Earl the Truth Spence, yes, I picked him to win over Terrence Crawford. I was wrong. But before the fight, I made a video saying that the only way Earl Spence loses is if he loses his mind like he did in the Ugas fight. Remember when he looked for his mouthpiece? This is not sparring, fella. You ain't hear no referee say stop. And even if you did, it's protect yourself at all times. You're getting your orbital bone broken in sparring, missing out on Pacquiao fights. You flying through car windows and shit, still drinking and fighting Danny Garcia right afterwards. It was crazy. No tune-up, shawty. Cool. You know why people are concerned, right? I hope so. But I don't stop you from doing nothing as a man, because you know my motto: a man do what he want and a boy do what he can. So I can't say I don't think he should fight Jerron Ennis or Terrence Crawford as he should get his rematch, or Tim Tszyu or Fundora. It don't matter to me if Terrence Crawford gets Jerron Boots Ennis, Earl the Truth Spence, Tim Tszyu, or Fundora, because all of them gonna be good fights. Shout out to Just Do Boxing. He said it on his show. Any fight. But you know how Just Do gonna do. He gonna get everybody his Just Do. I'm just a little critical on Terrence Crawford. Because, hey man, what you gonna do? You're holding the belts for leverage. You're really going to 154. You got a young brother down there called Boots, and he wanna fight you. Tim Tszyu just lost. You can still fight Tim Tszyu. Fundora wanna fight Earl. Canelo, stop it. I know you at the end of your career and you want to get the big money fights. But you got to say, am I going to just hold out? Or am I gonna take a tune-up? Either way it go, it's gonna look like a duck. But you don't care, do you? It's all about the money game, man. And we respect that shit. Cause you a man, right? You do what you want to do. But it's consequences for doing what you want to do. Yeah, you can walk in a police station and shoot that bitch up. But they gonna kill you 9 times out of 10. But you did what you wanted to do, didn't you? Well, keep on doing what you want to do and expect a revolt. People ain't gonna keep on letting you shit on them. That's stanky. And I tell you what, I'm gonna come back later on and kick a little knowledge, but I gotta do a little more research. For real, like, share, and subscribe, man. I need to get 1,000 followers. Go tell your friends, your cousin, even tell your baby mama. Cause I be talking shit about them funky, pissy, wissy bitches. I'm going through some shit with my baby mama, man. Y'all gonna love this shit, man. I got so much footage, but I'm waiting for the outcome. So y'all tune in. I got the Robot Wives movie coming out. Yeah, man, I got a lovely young lady, man. She's an actress, man. I'm gonna show you a whole bunch of fight scenes, man. We choreograph and everything. Check the page out. Instagram, YouTube. PARTTWICE is a shadow ban page, so I'm on rude exposure because they shadow banning PARTTWICE. But yo, the truth will be told. The revolution would not be televised. That's why they kicked Farrakhan and Rizza Islam offline. Because they don't want you to hear that shit. But I'm going to sneak it in while I talk boxing. But hey, man, if you ain't for the reparations of the black Africans that were stolen from Africa, man, and brought to America, man, you really shouldn't be listening to me. For real.